to our After the Show on Wednesday, May 20th. And John Walsh decided to stick around, of course, from America's Most Wanted. Yeah, I like the tie and the suit. Well, and the shoes and the cufflinks. What do I not like? You're well put together. But you're here for a great cause. You're celebrating the 25th anniversary of the National Center for Exploited Children, right?
Yep, it's May 25th is National Missing Children's Day every year. That was started by President Reagan. Kind of honors and brings attention to the missing children that are out there, give those families that are hopeful. There's about 30,000 missing kids in the FBI computer that are still out there. And it's the 25th anniversary of the center, and today I'm sort of working with some of our internet partners. Canon, who has been phenomenal over the years, will present a check to the National Center at Yankee Stadium tonight. CA, which actually donated the building the National Center is in, and has a product called CA Internet Security Suite 2009 with parental controls, teaches parents.
Keep the bad guys out of your computer.
And for the parents who really don't know what their kids are doing, they're donating. They have a program called Caring for Our Kids, and part of that money from that product, about $600,000 so far this year, have gone to the National Center. So, you know, this is a very positive. I know people say, well, Missing Children's Day is a downer, a bummer, but corporate America has stepped up in the battle. We acknowledge the fact that kids are still missing. We try to give those parents hope. You know, I saw Elizabeth Smart last week in Washington. We were there for the Congressional Awards with her little sister, Mary Catherine, who was 9 and made the composite when they recovered Elizabeth. And there were kids there that had been recovered alive, that had gotten back alive. And I still say there's hope. You never give up hope, and you keep looking, and you know, so the battle continues.
Well, nobody has fought the battle harder than you, because I used to, I've known you for about 20 years, and you used to do a show across the hall from where I did a show, and on Fridays and Saturdays, your studio was just a beehive, and I happen to know for a fact that your show, #1 of all shows in prisons. America's prisons are turned to your show because the bad guys want to know if another guy in the next cell over is profiling your show. And it happens all the time. All the time.
We've caught over 30 guys in prisons, and we don't offer rewards. Sometimes there is a reward for somebody, but it never ceases to amaze me. The correctional officers are always looking. They watch, and they'll say, hey, this guy's in here for burglary under an alias. And the prisoners will get together and say, you know, we hate child molesters. We hate rapists of women. And they'll see somebody,
rat 'em out.
And they'll go to the guard and say, you know, this son of a, whatever.
Of a gun?
Yeah, is here in this prison. It's amazing, and we've caught over 30 guys in prison.
Wow. Well, and then the amazing news story just, I think, yesterday or the day before that little boy, the 3-year-old boy in California.
Thank God.
Who the kidnappers come in a couple weeks ago. They tie up the mom and the other kids. They kidnap him, take him to Mexico. He's found alive.
I think it was wonderful. I was just down in Mexico, did a show down there 2 weeks ago with the head general who is trying to establish stability on the border. 8,000 murders on the border. Sad thing, all kinds of American gun runners are taking AK-47s down there, selling to the cartels. It's a nightmare. It is spilled in the United States. 120 kidnappings in Phoenix, cartel-related, but people get shot by mistake in the drive-bys. This is one lucky little boy. They think it's drug-related, not the traditional pedophile taking the child and molesting them. But, you know, it was just a blessing that that little boy was found alive. It's just a wonderful thing.
They gave him a haircut, but that was the kid.
Yeah, that's a good
A couple of weeks ago in Boston, up at the Marriott, that woman gunned down. She apparently had made contact with this guy via Craigslist, and he apparently had been at least robbing masseuses and or prostitutes for a while. Geraldo's been on our show. He's been very critical of Craigslist because when you look at the adult-only or the erotic section, it is a prostitution site.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you and I, we all work for Rupert Murdoch and Fox and for News Corp. For example, MySpace. Rupert wanted to make MySpace a safer social networking website. So he went and had a software developed that it costs millions of dollars, that many sexual predators will put their actual picture on MySpace because they hope to lure the kid to the mall, and the kid won't be afraid because they'll see the picture. Lots of them put other pictures on there. Rupert purged purged, and MySpace purged 80,000 convicted sex offenders off of MySpace.
How does it know who the sex offenders are?
Booking photo. The guy had been arrested, booking photo. He's in the sex offender registry. So I'm saying if Rupert Murdoch can say, I may lose subscribers, I may lose revenue.
But it's the right thing to do.
It is the right thing to do. He went to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. He hired the right people. He said, I am going to make my space as safe as I can for the users. And I think Craigslist has to man up and really say, look, yes, it is, but we have to make it safer. We have to figure out a way to do this. It costs that girl her life.
It seems crazy that they even have an erotic section. I mean, that seems crazy to me, but here's their defense. They're saying, well, if we take away that section, then people will figure out how to filter or infiltrate the other sections with the, they have all these code words and that sort of stuff. I don't know. I don't know what the right answer to it. I come back to the fact that nobody knows how to police the internet correctly yet.
And I really she's unfortunately the poster woman, like there are poster kids, of meeting someone you don't know over the internet, checking them out in a strange place. Yeah, it's for commerce, and then prostitutes do that all the time, and they take those. And I've done so many serial killers. Most serial killers in the United States prey upon prostitutes. They prey poor women that are in that life or on drugs or whatever. But again, I guess the lesson is that really, should you go somewhere and meet someone you don't know in a strange place because they told you over the internet, I'm a good guy, I'm a wonderful person, let's meet at the at the Starbucks.
$100 or something.
Yeah.
John, before you go, we were talking during one of the commercial breaks that in real life you are a sheriff. No, a marshal, a U.S. Marshal. One of only a few U.S. Marshals who's not an actual marshal.
Yeah, I'm a real honor. I was sworn by the U.S. Marshals. They have done so much work with the National Center. They are heading up the enforcement of the Adam Walsh Protection Act, which isn't funded. 3 years since President Bush signed that, and everybody was in the Rose Garden, Democrats and Republicans. The Hubble telescope cost $1 billion to fix it the other day, and we still do not have the money to create the National Sex Offender Registry. But John Clark and the Marshals are huge in the capture of sex offenders, and John Wayne and I and Ronald Reagan are the only 3 sworn United States Marshals. I actually have a Marshal's badge.
And how often
do you have it on today?
I use it all the time when I try to get through airport security fast.
Not only that, but John Walsh, you have got a lead foot. How often driving down in South Florida do you get pulled over and go, I'm sorry to do this, guys, but look, I'm a marshal.
Unfortunately, I drive fast, and I get pulled over, and I'm sorry, and I'm not paying attention. I'm usually going to the
And what does your wife say?
She says, give this guy a ticket. He drives way too fast. But I love it. Law enforcement, we're partners. We've caught over 1,000 guys in 32 countries. Law enforcement. Now,
I've been to the FBI. They love you.
I love
They love you.
I love them. We've caught 17 guys off the FBI's 10 most wanted over the years.
It's amazing, John. Well, continued successes if you need it, but and have fun at the Yankee game tonight.
Oh, thank you. I'm looking forward to it.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we'll see you tomorrow.
John Walsh. Ta-ta.